The Congressional Budget Office is now crediting the $862 billion stimulus package with boosting employment and raising the GDP. But when Vice President Joe Biden visits the Brooklyn Bridge later today to discuss jobs, will the millions of Americans who are out of work agree that the stimulus is working? We're continuing the conversation with our panel, Tevi, Linda, and Hank. Linda, what do you think? He's going to go and he's going to say, look, we spent all that money, we took a hit, but people are working.
Well, tell that to the people who are either unemployed or underemployed. And in fact, they spent a lot of money, and they did save some jobs. They saved a lot of teachers' jobs. They saved a lot of government jobs. But in terms of the private sector, they did not create jobs. And even this boondoggle in Brooklyn today, the vice president flies in. They're supposedly going to spend $500 million fixing the Brooklyn Bridge. Well, so far they've spent $14 million of that has already gone out. You know how many jobs have been created, according to a local TV station here? 0.13 jobs. Less than one job has been created so far.
For how many millions of dollars?
Well, $14 million has already gone out the door.
Okay.
And, you know, there's a lot more to go, but where are the jobs?
Yeah, well, we've got a graphic we want to show you that how private jobs versus federal jobs between the years 00 and 010. As you can see, private wages have gone down from 47% to 41%, and government benefits, Tevi, have actually gone up from 12 to about 18%. So Big Brother is helping us out.
Well, look, you know, there's another question of, regardless of the question of whether the stimulus created jobs, and unemployment is still around 10%, there's a question of, can we afford to create jobs via stimulus, via more government spending? I mean, we've got $8 trillion in deficits in the course of the Obama administration. You look at the problems of Greece, what's going on in Europe. We need, at some point, to say we've got to have the private sector create the jobs rather than having the government do it.
The larger issue here, again, is one of elitism. Where are these jobs? What are these jobs? And is it a question of underemployment? The level of employment is what matters. What do I mean by that? A guy who made $45 or $55 or $65 in a total package as an auto worker who's now out of work, maybe making $8 to $10 an hour in a McDonald's. I mean, be real. That's not creating jobs. What that is reducing the ability of people to live.
Sure, and so Joe Biden's going to go to the Brooklyn Bridge and say it's working, but the small print is, didn't we do stories about how each one of these jobs costs at least $500,000? Right. Although the one here in New York, the
apparently $14 million for less than one job.
And Linda also mentioned, Hank, a moment ago, a lot of the jobs, you know, we were told that they would create or save jobs. Mostly it was teachers' jobs that have been saved so far. So this has been a great bailout if you're a teacher.
We need teachers, okay?
We do need teachers.
We need teachers, but what we need to do is to create jobs to create wealth.